Hi, this is Bethany from Morgan James Publishing, and today I have the pleasure of speaking with our author, Chris Attwood. And Chris is one of the lead co authors of The Door to Inner Happiness Secrets from Around the World for When Everything is Going Wrong. And The Door to Inner Happiness shares the stories of regular people from all over the world who have found ways to turn horrendous situations into opportunities and new possibilities. So, what an amazing message this book holds. And Chris, it is such a pleasure to speak with you today. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Bethany. It's fun to be here.
Oh, great. I'm glad to hear that. So, I'd love to ask you some questions about the door to inner happiness. So, could you first tell me what readers is this book really directed to?
Sure. Well, as the subtitle might suggest, it's for readers who are at a point in their lives where they're facing major challenges, where maybe everything seems like it's blowing up in their face, everything seems to be going wrong, and they need a voice of hope. And not only hope, but also some practical strategies for dealing with these things, because every single one of the stories in this book contains steps and tips and pointers that these authors have discovered that help them get through their challenges, help them get make it through when everything was blowing up in their faces, you know?
Mm. Wow, and how powerful that can be when you feel like you can relate to somebody else's story and your own journey. So, how do you think that this book will help readers change in a positive way?
Well, from my perspective, Bethany, uh, challenge is always there to allow us to grow. Uh, and as you may know, that I've had the good fortune to write a couple of New York Times bestselling books already, and have been teaching people how to discover their passions and connect with their life purpose. That's really been kind of where I have been led to help people and support people. And when you're following your passions, it's not like, oh, everything is great and wonderful now. You hit challenges. And when you're not following your passions, you hit even more challenges, because my experience is that life is designed to guide us to the things that we're meant to do to fulfill our purpose in life. And and if we haven't been living our passions, then then things will come up that force us to reevaluate, force us to look at our lives and say, you know, is the way I've been living really working? And are there things I need to change? And I think that's the purpose of this book, is to help the readers to be able to see that not only is the challenge in some level a good thing, but that it can help them step into a new life, a new way of living, and in fact, perhaps become more aligned with their passions, more aligned with the things that light them up, so that they feel like their life is more purposeful, more meaningful, that it actually uh, it's a life worth living.
Mm.
And when you're living, and as I said, when you're living your passions, you're still going to hit challenges. But the great thing about living your passions is that the challenges don't overwhelm you. And that's one of the things I hope comes through in the stories in this book.
Amazing. Yeah, absolutely. Um, so, I know that this book is really special, but could you tell us in your words what you think makes this book special?
Sure. Thank you. So the co-author of the Passion Test, Janet Bray Atwood, who's my ex-wife and best friend, and for many years we have taught passion and purpose together all over the world. You know, we've traveled to Europe and to Canada and Mexico and South America and to Japan and Thailand and China and so many different places. We have now passion test facilitators in more than 65 countries all around the world. And one of the things that's been clear to us and obvious to us is that even though people in every country, they've grown up in a unique culture, they have a different language, they have many things that appear to be different on the surface, we also have many things in common. And one of those things that's in common is that life throws us curveballs sometimes, that things don't always go the way we hope to, that we hope they would. And so what I think is unique and special about this book is that it contains stories from from authors from Argentina, from Japan, from China, from Taiwan, from Finland, from Denmark, from Germany, from the US, from all over the world. And it's an opportunity to see from different perspectives, because every author has a different way of expressing themselves that's reflective of their culture and the way they were brought up and all, but to see the common humanity that we all share, and that we can, in fact, overcome these challenges. And I think the other thing that's really special about this book is that hearing from people from different backgrounds and cultures and languages and so forth, that I think the readers will find that the tips and the steps that the authors present may be things that you've never thought of before, because we are all brought up in a particular cultural milieu, right? We have certain ways that we're taught, this is how you deal with this and this. But I think you'll find that with authors from all over the world, from countries all over the world, that there are some surprises, some wonderful things, some secrets maybe that you may not be aware of, having grown up in your culture, as you reflect on the stories of people from other cultures.
Wow, that is amazing, to share some of those universal struggles or challenges that anybody can relate to and learn from, and the like you said earlier, that readers can take the lessons, and apply them to their own lives. So, Chris, well, thank you so much for spending some time with me today, to speak about this book and all of your experiences. And I know that so many people will get so much value from this book. But if somebody wants to learn more about you or about the book, what's the best place for them to connect with you, or learn more about the book online?
Yeah, so they can go to the door to innerhappiness.com. It's a simple way. And and they can also go to thepassiontest.com, and I believe there's a section there for books, and the door to inner happiness is uh, mentioned there. And in fact, I just will mention that many of the authors, co-authors of this book, have offered special gifts to readers who may choose to purchase this book. So when you go to the door to innerhappiness.com, you'll be able to not only see summaries, chapter summaries for each of the chapters in the book, and you'll get to see the photos of those who have authored and co-authored the book, but there are also a lot of really cool gifts that you can review and see. That when you buy the book, you just come back to that page and enter the receipt number for your book, and then you'll get access to all those gifts. So I hope that our readers will enjoy that as well.
Oh, yeah. I hope no one misses out on that amazing opportunity. Oh, Chris, thank you so much. And congratulations on the launch of The Door to Inner Happiness.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Bethany.